began to do things like just being out on the street in the neighborhood more, and people just seeing me. So I'm just praying the rosary when a car comes by and stuff like that, and waving to people. And then what happened was, because we lived near a cemetery, there's a lot of overgrowth and stuff like that. Like there's no one on the other side of the street. It's all cemetery property that's neglected. So you have grass like this high and stuff like that, and vines and branches. So I went across the street and I started to cut everything to make it look like it was livable. And then I cut everything on the whole street, and I got the brothers to do it, and we swept the street and stuff like that to make it look like a nice looking street, because it was looking like pretty dumpy. And I picked up all the trash. Now, I hardly see 2 drug dealers a week.
Oh, wonderful.
Because I literally cleaned up the neighborhood, like St. Francis, like in his early days, rebuilt my church. He took bricks and mortar and actually rebuilt a physical building. So clean up my city. So I actually took some boppers and started to chop some branches down and sweep up the sidewalk. It made the place look nice. And then from there going out and evangelize. So we've done that. I started initiatives with young people, Pure in Heart. We had a Pure in Heart group in Boston. We studied the theology of the body of John Paul II, and I brought it to Lawrence and said, that's stupid. Lawrence is filled with 80% Latinos. No one's going to go to a Pure in Heart group in Lawrence, like where you have Mass and confession, adoration, and a theology of the body, talk of John Paul II, and study of the theology of the body. No one's going to do that in Lawrence. And I said, excuse me, what do you think people in Lawrence do? Well, they take drugs all day and stuff like that. They have sex outside marriage. They do this and that. I'm like, it's exactly needed in Lawrence. Why? Because it speaks to the human heart. Ask that person, are you happy? Are you happy living that way of life? And already within 6 months, I have 15 young people, 1-5. And I thought, I mean, if I had got 5 people, it would be a success. I had 3 times more. Every week coming. And I didn't even advertise. I simply told a few people about it, and they told other people. And they're getting other people. And if everyone who's ever come, every week you get new people, and some people come and they don't come. If everyone who's ever come shows up at the same time, we probably have 30 people. And we only meet twice a month. So we've only had like 12 meetings. This is a place where that's lost or can't be saved or something. And so my new initiative is like, why would you do this in Lawrence? It makes no sense. Because we have to save the culture. My new initiative, pray that this happens. You can all pray for me now. You have something you do as a favor. By the end of the summer, I'm going to launch the C.S. Lewis Book Club. So we have a book club and read C.S. Lewis books.
Oh.
It's like, no one's going to do that. Latinos don't care about C.S. Lewis. They know who he is. And I'm just like, why not in Lawrence? What, did you go to Harvard to do a C.S. Lewis book club or something? Why would you deny that to our Latino brothers and sisters? And I already went around and asked 3 young adults, do you know who C.S. Lewis is? They said no. And I said, do you know the Chronicles of Narnia? They said yes. I was like, do you want to read the Chronicles of Narnia? Sit around and talk around the kids' books, but they're awesome. And they all said yes. I said, the first book we're going to read, the Screwtape Letters. And they said, I'm in. I have 5 people who are going to do this already. And all I did was talk about the past 3 weeks to just random people. And so I'm asking myself, you know, these are things that I can do because my Spanish isn't the best and stuff like that, but yet there are people who are bilingual in Lawrence and stuff like that, and there are just some different ways that we could do things. And what are those new initiatives that we can have going? And then I have a group, we do soccer twice a week, myself and the brothers. I just invite young adults to join us. And we get 10 young adults who join myself and the brothers.